Robert Everett and Mangia.tv, streaming live in Manchester, New Hampshire. And I gotta tell you, I'm a little delirious. I've been on the road. I've been hitting places left and right, but I saved the best for last. Ooh, laughs. We're gonna have some laughs.
Yeah.
Laughs. I'm with Steve Minnon, Cafe Services at Comcast in Manchester. We hooked up through our friend Josh, who recommended the Mangia rub.
Absolutely.
And Steve, you know what? I've met a lot of people that say, yeah, I'll try it, and then, they never try it. Steve tried it, loved it, and we reached out and connected. He's got it on the menu here, and I want to let Steve take over and talk a little bit about, first of all, about the challenges and differences between serving 800 people a day versus having a restaurant where you might see somebody once a month or once in a lifetime.
That's exactly right, Bob. You know, working corporate food service, I see these people every single day. They want to see different menus. They want to see a huge variety of food, even just the cooking methods. So, like we're going to do today, we're going to do a blackened fish with the sweet fish rub, Mangia TV fish rub. But they want to see it blackened. They want to see it grilled. They want to see things fried. They want to see things baked. So that's my challenge. One of the best ways I'm able to succeed in doing that is really reaching out to my vendors and sourcing product locally as far as fish and produce and keeping it fresh.
Did you hear that? Local. How long have we been talking about it? How long?
That's it.
And now we got a guy here that is doing an incredible job. And a lot of people, they look at that local thing as, I guess, an inconvenience. But more and more that we get into this, it's not that much of an inconvenience, right?
No.
Because it's all about relationships, and like anything else, if you find somebody that does a good job, why not support the local guy?
Absolutely. I mean, we all want to make our jobs easier, right? And so do my vendors. They want to just go in there and order what they got to order and ship it to me and make money, right? But I really push them. Like I said, I talk to my the owner of the produce company, Mark Saunders, about 3 to 4 times a week. I'm making him reach out to his local farmers, seeing what they're going to be harvesting that week, what they're going to have available, what the prices are, and how I can get that to me as fresh as possible. And sometimes that means getting deliveries 5 days a week.
Right.
You know.
I got a chance to walk through the heart of the organization here, and I could not believe the amount of people he's serving with the small space that he has back there.
Yeah, it's really like a galley kitchen.
Yeah,
one straight
this
line.
whole thing should be a ship moving because they give you about as much food as you get on a cruise ship.
Yeah, we see about 825 people walk through the doors a day. There's about 900 in the building, and that number can increase. Just last week, we had all the board of directors from Comcast Global in at our Hudson location. We did some really nice stuff, some local stuff, and they were very pleased. They had been flying throughout the week to different regions, and they said by far ours was the best presentation, and keep the CEO happy, right?
Right on, absolutely. All right, tell us a little bit about, and this really is indicative of living near the coast and in the Northeast.
That's it.
Tell us a little bit about the fish. I know you get the call, and they even call out to a ship. Tell them about that.
Yeah, absolutely. My fish purveyor, I call him on Wednesdays. Typically, I'll do a fresh fish Friday. So I'll call him on Wednesdays, tell him I'm looking for 3 types of fish, how much I'm going to buy. He's able to call out to his ships and figure out who's going out, what they're going to be catching in the next day, next 24 hours. And that automatically guarantees, sets him in, that locks him in, that I'm going to be buying the fish, and I get top of the catch, I get as fresh as possible. The fish is out of the water, maybe 10 hours, and it's right to me. Nothing's frozen, it's coming right in, it sits right on ice here, and then the customers walk up, they see the raw product, and they're able to pick their cooking method, they're able to pick what their rub is, either wet rub or a dry rub, and then we go from there. Everything's created right in front of them.
I gotta tell you, it's a little different than in corporate food service of yesteryear.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So what do we got going here?
So today, since we are in New England, we get nice fresh cod. Cape cod. They used to say you could walk across to Cape Cod right on the backs of the cod. So we got a nice fresh cod. We'll be using that in the nice Mangia TV fish rub.
How about this? I'm gonna step behind the camera and let you work.
Sure.
All right.
Absolutely.
Narrate from behind, because I want to tell you, we got this. He's got the little tabletop.
Little tabletop. We usually pull 2 of these out.
I needed one of these in college. You know, we should be doing a little sidekick for candle lamp.
There you go.
You know, all you college kids that say you got no chance to saute in the dorm room.
Oh, you always have to have a fresh iron in your dorm room. A lot of grilled cheeses on that iron.
Right, exactly. All right, we got fire. Look at that. We got flame. All right. Rule number 1 by Big Dan Salerno: cook the pan.
That's it. Gotta have a nice hot pan.
You gotta cook the pan.
Gotta have a hot pan. And the other big rule that a lot of people do is they move the fish too much.
Right.
Once the fish is on there, you want to just let it settle in, and then let it blacken, let it do its thing. That way it's able to crust up, it's able to seal in the flavors, keep it nice and moist and juicy. Over here we got a nice fresh arugula salad. It's got a cranberry vinaigrette, feta, carrots, cucumbers, and this is all nice roasted root vegetables. We got parsnips, sweet potatoes, zucchini, summer squash, peppers, and everything is sourced here within 25 miles of our location. So,
all righty, let's cook fish.
Cook some fish. Nice hot oil. Let that come to a smoke point. If you have a sunflower oil or something like that, it's always best. The smoke point's a lot higher than an extra virgin olive oil or than a vegetable oil, so you're able to get that pan even hotter. Fresh fish right in the rub. Don't be worried about using too much. You want a nice crust on there. Get that going. Get your pan going. See just the smoke coming off a little bit?
Right.
Ready to go. Should hear a little sizzle, a little bubble. I usually let it sit for about 15 seconds. A little shake, make sure it's good, and just let it sit.
Let it sit. Don't get in the way.
That's it.
Right? Too many people do that. What's the general time? Make the time.
General time's about, it all matters what type of fish you're cooking and how thick it is, but on a fish like this, you're about 4.5 minutes on the first side, 3 minutes on the second.
Okay.
You always want to let it rest too before serving it. As you can tell, I do have a lot of oil in there,
right,
but that's so that we have a nice browning going on.
Kind of laps up
Absolutely,
on the sides.
absolutely. And if you have it going a little too hot, there's nothing wrong with pulling that pan off, letting it chill out for a minute, putting it right back on, continuing the heat.
All right.
Yep.
All right, so the root vegetables you pointed out, again, all grown in New England here.
All grown, yep. Yep, all in New England. All I do with those, once again, sometimes less is more. A little bit of extra virgin olive oil, salt and pepper, and fresh herbs. Boom. Everything's roasted off by itself, tossed together last minute, and right out to the customers. And you have a lot of applications for that. We use the same mixture cold on our salad bar daily.
Right.
We use it hot as a side. We use it in salads. And once again, seasonal, it changes all the time. Every week, the mixture changes.
All right, listen, I need your take on this because it's been a continuing discussion at Mangia TV. My pet peeve, unripened tomatoes.
Okay.
You know, I hate it when they give you the tomato that needs at least 3 or 4 or 5 days on the counter. My brother's a restaurateur, and I argued with him feverishly about this. And he's like, you just don't understand it. And I'm like, what I don't understand is I have a counter in my house, and I put them on it.
Yeah.
So there's got to be a counter in the restaurant. Talk to me about fresh, ripened produce. Is that a challenge? What do you do?
Well, you know, it is a challenge. But once again, you have those good relationships with your vendors. You're inspecting your product every day when it comes in, and you're only serving the best. I have no problem changing my menu or not serving something if the quality of product's not there.
Right.
I think a lot of chefs need to kind of build on that. They have to bring back the mentality of, this is my tool, I want to put it out perfect every time. It doesn't matter if you're selling it for $6, $16, or $60. I challenge my employees all the time to come up with new creative ideas, what we can do with fresh local products, what other people are doing. If people are leaving our building and they're going out somewhere else, why?
Fine. What are they
And what can we do to keep them in here?
Right,
so we're ready to flip this now.
Hold on, let me get it. Commando.
Once again, nice flip, nice and quick, easy.
Oh, look at
nice
that.
Blackened. Nice hot pan, still a hot pan.
Oh.
Right back on there. 15 seconds.
And then give it a little shake,
That's it.
shake.
As you see too, Bob, the oil's still pretty clean.
Right.
You know, having the fresh fish and not using the frozen fish keeps it clean like that. It clings right to the fish, right in the rub and right in the pan. We're not pre-rubbing anything.
I gotta tell you, I'm salivating right now. I'm salivating. I work in the kitchen. I need a drool bucket or something. I get all salivated up. All right, so you're telling me if you get tomatoes that aren't right, you change it up and let them ripen.
Oh, I'll refuse it. I'll call my produce guy and say, no, look it.
What are you doing?
What are you doing to me?
Right.
Because they're not what I want. They're not what I expect. Right. Just as if a customer comes into a restaurant and they don't enjoy their meal right, they want to get a refund. If I'm not enjoying the product coming from my produce person, I want better product. Right. And once again, now I'm not going to refuse ugly tomatoes because local tomatoes are sometimes ugly tomatoes, right?
Exactly.
But let's dice those ones up, or let's throw those ones in a nice caprese salad or a panzanella or something like that. Nothing wrong with using that, but if they're not right, you know, I'm getting produce every day. I need them to be right for that day.
Right. Okay.
It's always tough, but once you have those relationships built up, and also don't be afraid to squeeze things, touch things, smell things. You can almost smell the sweetness of the tomato in the box, you know, when it comes in. I'm doing the thing when I'm buying food for my house all the time. My wife's going, why are you eating the cilantro in the middle of the grocery store? Whatever. I'm not going to get sick. I want to make sure it tastes like cilantro, you know what I mean? Exactly. A lot of times as a high school kid stocking the shelves, they might put flat parsley out with the cilantro goods, you know? So you got to be careful on that.
Right.
We're almost ready. I'm going to shut this off and let it just kind of chill down as the oil cools out. As you can tell, it's starting to smoke a little bit. The fish is nice and firm.
Look at that, too.
Nice and firm. It's got a nice crust. By the way, we won't be eating this. I don't have any gloves on. But it's ready to go. I haven't moved the pan other than that one time after 15 seconds. The oil's still nice and clean.
Right.
That way, all that Cajun, all that nice flavor is sealed into there. Nice crust on there.
I'm going to eat that end right there.
You can have that end, no problem.
Right. I'm sure you didn't touch that.
I didn't.
All right, we're going to plate it up?
We're going to plate something up, yeah.
Man, that looks good.
Once again, sometimes less is more. So we're going to do a nice roasted root vegetables. A little half moon here. Build a little height with this cold arugula salad. That's it. Coming down here. Make a nice little pocket here for our fish.
Right on.
Clean up the edge of that plate a little bit. It's a great way too, Bob, for the viewers. The fish is just barely starting to crack open.
Right.
Nice, fresh. It's cooked throughout. We're ready to go. Plate that right up there. And I have just a little cilantro lime creme fraiche.
All right, tell me about that. Cilantro lime creme fraiche.
That's it. We make all of our own sauces in-house, all of our own vinaigrettes and dressings. So that all that is a nice cilantro, Dijon, shallots and garlic, little apple cider vinegar and oil, and then we fold in some fresh creme fraiche. Little fresh all there. Right. Adds a nice pop to it.
All right, then.
All right.
We need a fork.
We need a fork here. Hold on.
We need a fork on the set. How about that? Are you kidding me? Listen, don't ever tell me again that you don't have the proper equipment to make incredible food. You've got, what did they call them? What was the old days? The Bunsen burner?
The old Bunsen burners, yeah.
He's basically got like a science project going here. He's got the gas, what do we call it?
Butane burner.
The butane burner. And look at this New England cod blackened with the Mangia Fish Mojo, seasonal root vegetables, cold arugula salad. All right. Everybody shut up for a second.
The sweetness of that cilantro lime brings out the sweetness of that nice dry rub.
Oh my goodness. You got a little char, but the char, because of the brown sugar in the rub,
Yep.
got that little sweet, still got that Cajun kick to it. You guys hold on a second. I got to move to one other spot here. I mean, Guy Fieri, he always stops with one.
That's it.
I'm like, come on, Guy.
Yeah.
If it was good, you'd be diving into it.
That's why I look the way I look, you know? Tasting all day.
That is phenomenal. That is. All right, I won't swear. I promise my mom. Steve, thank you so much for spending some time with us. I really look forward to continue working with you.
Absolutely.
Seeing what you're putting together. I'd love to see some Instagrams of those different things that we get going with the rub. That'd be killer. I just got done packaging 1 pound package.
Perfect.
At the Lamb's Farm in Libertyville, Illinois. I know you guys all know about their mission, so we're ready to ship 1 pound of rub.
Awesome.
For commercial use.
Yep. I mean, the last time we did it to the fresh fish market, we did 2 pounds, all in your 4-ounce packages. So we rocked it, you know.
All right.
There's about 125 orders. All cooked to order the exact way you just saw.
If you know a corporate chef in your neighborhood and you want to have some kick-ass rub on the menu, please reach out to Bob at Mangia TV, info at Mangia TV. Do yourself a favor and cook somebody a meal. This guy, look at him. Look how happy he is. You know why? Because he gets to cook 820 people a meal every single day. That is awesome. Thank you for your time, Bob. All right.
Appreciate it.